I'm mic'd up. Can't be saying anything foul.
We can say something foul.
We'll get to it.
We'll get to the foul. It'll naturally foul in.
It'll naturally get there.
All right, I'm going to start this thing.
All right.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to We Can Beat That. Pause. No Diddy. A songwriting podcast where we talk about writing songs and then we write a song. Our guest today is a young songwriter and guitar player who's making his way in Nashville. It seems like this guy's playing a gig almost every night. He's 1/6 of my band, unofficially titled Benjamin Joseph y Los Wieners, and he's got big things coming up for his solo career as an artist and a writer. Welcome, Miles Conner.
Thank you so much for having me, Mr. Benjamin Joseph.
Good to have you on the pod, my man. How's your day been going so far?
Oh, it's been going good. Just same old of writing songs, picking guitar, and Dickie Betts passed away today, so it's a sad day in the guitar community.
Sad day.
Being a big Allman Brothers fan, they were a big influence, so special shout out to the legacy of Dickie Betts. One of the reasons I'm playing guitar and writing songs and sitting here with you today.
Brought to you by Dickie Betts. Yeah, that's sad. That's some sad shit.
It's a bummer. All the greats are
Yeah.
going, and it's happening right before our eyes, so you got to see them and meet them while you can, and
This is a fact. This is a time. You got to grab it.
we're at a very weird age right now because all the incredible music of the past, we just have little bits and pieces left. And, as young songwriters, we're trying to hold on to all of that and capture that energy and that feeling. And it's hard when the people who innovated with it and created it are slowly moving on.
Yeah. And we're going to die soon. You and me, dude.
I hope not too soon.
Yeah, probably not.
Got to make my mama proud first.
Yeah. We're working on it. So let's get right into it, bro. I have a question for you. What's the greatest or dumbest song lyric that's been on your mind recently or that you can think of? Great or dumb?
One of my songs are all time.
All time.
All time. One of the great. Man, a lyric that I've been thinking about is from a Ryan Adams tune. Ryan Adams is a great singer-songwriter. And the lyric is, swear I wasn't lonely when I met you, girl. I was so bored. I was so bored. I was so bored. I was so sure I was so bored. And I think
that's great and kind of dumb.
I think that's such a genius way to talk about a relationship because it's such an immature thing to say of just going, I was so bored. and that lyric really sticks with me because it's so dumb that I almost think it's genius.
I think it is genius. I'm so bored. That's how people get into relationships.
That's how it goes. And I've never thought to say, I've wanted to express that emotion so many times and never thought just to say, I was so bored.
It's usually just right there in front of your face,
Yep,
bro.
it always is.
It's crazy.
That's the beauty of it because
Yeah.
we get all in our own heads as songwriters, trying to think of a million different ways to say the same thing when sometimes, the best thing to say is I love you or, I don't love you. Sometimes
I don't love you.
Sometimes that's
a great
what you
lyric.
gotta do.
I don't love you.
I don't love you.
That's a great lyric. Dude, so you're writing songs like every day. You're trying to do something every day.
Trying to. It ain't easy, but always trying to keep the creative juices flowing and because you fall out of it sometimes. I'm sure you've gone months without writing a song and it's not a good feeling. You forget who you are,
But then when that one song comes out after the months, I feel like that one's always real good.
That one's always real good, and then all the rest following are usually pretty dang good.
Yeah, they are pretty good. They get bad, though.
That's okay. That's rock and roll.
Yeah, dude.
And that's the craft.
So what kind
Your
of got
songs
you to
don't
this
get-
point, bruh? You're at Belmont. Maybe not for long.
No, I don't know about all that, but I do know. I do know that as long as I can remember in the past probably 10 years, I wanted to move to Nashville because when I took a trip down to Nashville and Memphis when I was about 13 years old, and I went to Third Man Records right down here off of 8th, and with one of the very first songs I'd ever written, Jack White, who owns Third Man Records, has this booth where you can go in and for $20 you can play a song and then you walk out, and when you walk out there's a vinyl record of you playing that song.
So sick.
And I did that at about 13 years old, and I knew right then, I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. I got to do this for the rest of my life. and I got to do it in Nashville. I mean, going into Carter's Vintage and, going to the Ryman, like seeing all that stuff, it felt like home in a way a place never had before. So Nashville was always kind of a no-brainer.
So I feel like you know so much about the history of music, and I just recently started learning about it. What kind of got you into all that?
I think whatever I'm into, I'd always wanted to learn the history of. I mean, back when I was 8 years old and thought I wanted to be a magician, I would get obsessive over Houdini and all the old magic and see where they learned from and and that applies with music. And I think my dad, for sure, was a professional drummer and songwriter, absolutely a musical genius, very talented, and just seeing how into the history he was. I mean, everything he played me, whether it was the Beatles or the Who, the Rolling Stones, he would tell me about where that music came from. And when I was getting into it, getting into the blues, for instance, being from Dallas, Texas, where I'm from, Stevie Ray Vaughan was the first kind of guitar hero for me that really changed my life. And very quickly after hearing Stevie Ray Vaughan, it was like, all right, this is amazing. Where the hell did he learn how to do all this? And you go back, you hear Albert King, you hear Freddie King, you hear B.B. King, you hear Albert Collins, you hear all these guys, and you go, oh my gosh, like Stevie was ripping this stuff note for note. And then where did those guys get it from? Well, they were listening to, Robert Johnson and Blind Lemon Jefferson, and it really never ends. It all goes back to the roots. And if you learn your roots, it makes taking that and innovating a million times easier.
Yeah, dude. That's so true.
Putting your own spin on it.
I'll just take records from here and there and just listen to them. Let it soak in the brain.
Yeah.
I feel like you're more of a fact guy, though. Fact guy.
More of a fat guy. I am more of a fat guy.
You are a fat guy.
We're
both little twinks over here.
No, I'm definitely I love, I don't know what it is. I just love the history. Like, I love learning where Paul McCartney was when he wrote what song and what he was going through in his personal life, because I think all that stuff matters. Any songwriter who says they don't pull from their personal stuff, from their personal life and experience, is lying to your face. And I've heard a lot of great songwriters say that, but as a storytelling, I think even if you are making up a story or, recounting events of someone else, you're always going to put that personal opinion or like spin on it, whether you think you're doing it or not, because everything that goes through your filter is going through your filter, and it's going to come out, in your own way.
Yeah, it's got to go through the filter too, because if you don't, if it ain't through the filter, it ain't nothing. And
we all got them.
We all got the filters, dude.
You don't have a filter. You're cursing up a storm.
Yeah, I don't really have a great filter. But yeah, dude. I feel like songwriting is it's just a conversation between the past and the present.
Oh, absolutely. That's a great way to put it. I don't think I've heard that.
Yeah, dude. It's a beautiful thing. It's a real beautiful thing. And it don't matter how you enjoy it or how you use it, but you got to use the history. You got to.
Oh, yeah. You got to know the history. You got to know it. I mean, that was the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing that I do believe in as a songwriter is like, you have to go back and listen to the greats and study the greats and know exactly what was inspiring them and what they were playing and how they were doing it. Because once you learn that, it is really easy to then take that same energy and make it your own and do your own thing with it. That I would say that would have been my only qualm with Belmont, is there were a lot of songwriters who had no desire to know the kind of stuff, like where it came from. Even country songwriters, like, only knowing stuff of the past 5-10 years, but all those people who were writing the great new country songs, I can tell you, they know Hank Williams, they know George Jones, they know all that stuff, and it's such a big part of the craft.
Yeah, you can't just copy what's going on now. You got to copy what's been going on for hundreds of years, bro.
If you're copying what's going on now, I'll tell you, you've already missed it. You're already too late.
It's like a bad game of broken telephone, bro.
Yep, that's exactly.
You missed it. You should have gotten the message, 70 years ago, bro. Yeah, dude.
And the message hasn't really changed. That was the biggest revelation I had as a lyric lover and someone who studied lyrics of all decades is I went through a large phase of listening to like 1920s, like the earliest first recorded jazz crooners and like the Great American Songbook, and all these songs like are saying the exact same stuff we're saying, even word for word sometimes.
Yeah.
And that blew my mind that the stuff that, people were talking about in the 1920s, those feelings and emotions, they haven't changed. There's always going to be love, there's always going to be heartbreak, and everything that lies in between,
Yeah, dude.
And it's unbelievable. I would advise everyone listening to go and check some of that stuff out. Henry Burr, Rudy Valley. Go and give a few songs a listen, and if you just gave those lyrics to a new songwriter, they'd make an incredibly powerful, meaningful song. And I think that's why songwriting is so unlike any other craft.
That's a fact, and that's also why you got to hang out with people who know different stuff than you. Because I'm on the Miles Connor plan right now. I'm just getting an album sent to me every few weeks and diving into it. Because I know I need to do better on learning the history. But I still do it, and it's real important.
Benjamin Joseph is out here writing history. Let me tell you that. Like, just someone whose songwriting has blown my mind from the minute I heard it. I can't even believe I get to play in this kid's band, but yeah.
Dude, we just started playing together 4 months ago, I think. It's crazy.
Doesn't sound like it. Sounds a whole lot better. I do believe.
I believe so too, dude. We're killing it, but so are you. So what are things you're excited about for Miles Connor outside of Benjamin Joseph coming up?
Well, I'm really excited. I've been writing songs for a long time, wanting to put out music, and we're about to make a record, my first solo record, and haven't named it yet. Haven't gotten that far, but we got all the songs and going to be recording that, and I'm real excited for that. We're going to hit the road and play those songs across the country. But another thing is my best friend, the incredibly talented Grace Bowers, who, if you live in Nashville, you've heard that name or seen her live. She's putting out her debut record, and I got the privilege to help write a bunch of songs off of that. And that was very meaningful to me because I write a lot of Americana country singer-songwriter, and Grace wanted a Sly and the Family Stone psychedelic funk record. And to really get pushed out of my comfort zone like that and do stuff that I had never done before, I mean, it was the best experience as a songwriter that you can get. So that'll be coming out either July or August, but her first single's coming out this week, Tell Me Why You Do That. And
what date?
I don't know off the top of my head.
But right
you'll
now
see it in the newspapers,
you'll see it in the
magazines. But
it's April something in the teens, I think. Yeah,
in the teens, something.
Teens.
But I love when there's people who I really look up to and am inspired by, like you and Grace. Getting to be a part of that in any way is just the best thing you could ask for, being a music lover.
Yeah, dude, that's all we got to do. Scratch each other's backs, make each other feel comfy out here in this vicious city of Nashville, bro.
I know. I mean, you scratch my nuts, I'll scratch yours.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. Very comforting nut scratching situation. Yeah, dude. That's sick. So I was thinking, usually when you go into a write in Nashville, you just talk shit for 30 minutes, and then you write a song. I feel like we've talked enough.
You think so?
I don't know. Do you have anything else to say before we get into this song?
I'd love to talk about songwriting just a little bit more.
Let's do it.
In the sense of, I want to know, Ben,
yeah,
where's it coming from? You got these songs like Suits and these are real stories of real people, and what are you pulling from to take this thought in your head and create a finished song that you're playing live in front of thousands of people at Whiskey Jam? How do you get from one place to another in a song?
Dude, I mean, it starts with a lot. It starts with kind of just what I'm seeing and how I'm reacting to it. I've always been a super empathetic guy. I feel like when I was in school and stuff, I was always hanging out with the weirdest kids.
Yeah.
'Cause I mean, I felt a little bad, but also they were the coolest ones. And they were the most interesting. Yeah, dude. So I'm now I've gotten to a place where I'm in Nashville. I've moved to a city that's much different from where I'm from, D.C. And I'm seeing these injustices and these things in life. People working real hard, doing work that's harder than what we do,
Yeah.
and getting paid less than we could get paid at the end of the day. And it's disheartening to see just people like go through that, bruh. And I feel like now that's what's driving my songs. And I know that the people who listen to country and the people who like the type of stuff that I write, they also go through that. And they need that voice who's going to tell them, like, that's messed up. Like, it's messed up. Like, it's cool because that's our lives, but it's messed up in a way. And just feeling the realness with people.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Man, it's the biggest thing my dad ever told me, and he tells me over and over and over again, but it's all about empathy.
Yeah.
Like, that is what makes or breaks you as a songwriter, and being able to feel what someone's going through and be empathetic towards the littlest or the biggest of things. I mean, that's what makes or breaks you. And I think that's so beautiful that you said that. And I love you because you're such an empathetic guy. And anytime any of me or any of the boys are going through anything, you're feeling right there with us. And that's something I think you never, ever want to lose as a songwriter. That childlike wonder and that, when you're young, you're feeling so much. And as you get older, the world kind of tries to knock that out of you. But if you can keep that, even after
empathy,
being knocked
bro.
down, if you can keep that, man, it's a beautiful thing.
And it leads to a great togetherness. And I think that's kind of what sparks these crews of songwriters who come up together. They just love each other. They go through stuff together.
Yeah.
And they write songs about it together. They create from it. And I feel like...
And they're all breaking each other's hearts.
That's what I'm saying. When your boys are going through it, too, like, that's nice fuel for the fire. No matter what they're going through. It's good fuel for the fire. And you're going to make some great stuff about it, and we all going to be happier after because we're just dealing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, together. And that's the big thing is, like, through these songs, like, we're trying to deal with a universal thing that we're all dealing with. I feel like each song I write, I'm trying to deal with a universal thing that people are dealing with that someone else hasn't talked about yet. I feel like that's important. Or people don't often talk about it. Or they do often talk about it, but they don't talk about it in this way.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can get to that great song. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate the question and the praise from such a legend.
Oh, thank you. I don't know about that.
I saw Miles first play at the Paul McDonald's One Big Love Fest in the Underdog's secondary home. I forget what it was called. The Coliseum.
The Coliseum. I should have known that.
Yeah, dude. And there was no AC, I think. It was probably hot or maybe it was cold.
No AC.
No AC.
New band, no rehearsal.
Really?
It's about as rock and roll as you can get.
I saw Miles and I was like, I wish I could be this guy. I was like, this guy is singing. Like, his stuff is so cool. Like, it was cool musically. That's what I try to do. Do some stuff that's cool musically that also has, like, a great edge to it. And your stuff is just so edgy and exciting. And your performance is just so great. Like, I was in love with this man after I saw him. I had such a crush. I waited, like, a few months to ask you to play that showcase with us. But I was like, ever since then, I was
Before
like,
then, what about Sings and Wings?
Oh, yeah, right. Dude, so yeah, I think it might have been a few months for the Sings and Wings, but you might have already heard of it. I remember I like asked you to do the Sings and Wings as kind of like, I knew Ryman and then it was just like, we gotta. And
I pleaded with you to move me onto a different spot with all my friends, and you graciously did.
Because it made the most sense. I actually didn't know. I just didn't know. And then I knew, and then we did it, and I knew, and that was like the best Sings and Wings we ever had.
Oh, I know. That was a magical night of so many great songs, good food. Evan Ridgway helped put that whole thing together. We couldn't, Benjamin and I, formerly Benjamin, and I could not be doing any of the stuff we're doing without one of our best friends, Evan Ridgway, who's a genius engineer and producer, helping us every bit of the way, getting us into studios, letting us shoot the shit at his house, giving me a couch to sleep on. I mean, he's really our best friend, and definitely, as important as these songs are, he's just as important in making the whole thing happen.
This is a fact. Evan is in the booth right now. He's kind of like Jamie right now. If we say anything,
yeah.
Evan's
Can
our
you pull
Jamie.
this up for me, Jamie?
You know, if we were really doing any facts here, he'd be checking them for us.
And realize that everything I've said today is a lie.
Yeah, it's just BS. we're just talking out of our
I'm
asses.
just kidding.
But nah, dude, like that team is so important too. Like when I was a freshman and Evan was a freshman, we kind of made that decision. Hey, we're gonna stick together no matter what. He does engineering stuff. I do music stuff. He does producing stuff. I do music stuff, bruh. And there it is. Like we stuck together for so many years and just kind of like Pokemon'd it up. We took Raj, our drummer, and then he started living with us. Now Miles is about to live with them. I moved out. Miles is going to live with them. But it's kind of a Pokemon game, I feel like. And if you don't play Pokemon right, then your stuff will not be good.
And I mean, all of us moving to Nashville, almost all of us left our families behind, which I'm sure I know at 18 years old was very hard for me to do. I'm sure every 18-year-old musician, that's a hard thing to do. And, it takes a while, but you finally find, a family, and you find a support system, and you find people who are always there for you no matter what. And that's so much important than I ever could have thought, because when you're like a cocky 18-year-old, you move away from home and you're thinking like, oh, I'm the shit. Like, I don't need anyone. Like, I'm just going to play guitar. And then the older you get, you realize that it's all about finding that family and what you can do for them and how you can be the best version of yourself to bring other people up. And it's really a beautiful thing that's happening in Nashville right now. And I hope that me and my friend Grace talk about all the time. We talk about how, like, what if they're going to make documentaries about Nashville right now, the way that they make them about Laurel Canyon, and in New York City. Like, what if we're living through a renaissance right now and we have no idea? And I think that there's a very high chance of that. And if that's the case, the fact that we are here right now is pretty unbelievable. So it's what it feels like. And even if it's not, it's been amazing in the moment, and it's only going to get better for all of us.
Dude, I think it is. People, like, you just hear about different squads in music throughout the times, and Nashville is such a good city to squad up. Like, people just squad up here, and once you get your squad, you're just to the moon, dude.
I mean, yeah, if this scene right here, if we're Laurel Canyon in 1967, I'm Steven Stills and you're Charles Manson.
Yeah, bro. Dude, that's what we're out here doing. Dude, I swear, bro. I swear. Like, this is, bro, Nashville 2024, bro. This is the next peak in music, bro.
Oh, I absolutely think it is. I think it's going to be something else.
Yeah. And you need that delusional confidence to do great things. And that's what we have.
Yeah. Because if you don't have it, dude, you can't be too real. It's two sides to a coin, because part of you wants to be realistic and get your degree and get a good job and play it safe, but I just don't think I see that. I don't see us doing that in our future anytime soon.
Definitely not, dude.
So,
that's what my song Suits is all about. I think so many people are held down by things that they can't even see, like systems and such. And who knows what type of system that is. It's the corporations, the government, literally every system. People be held down, they don't even see it. For us creatives, bruh, we can't worry about it.
And I don't mean to be the annoying glazer over here. I don't want to glaze you, but every single time, rehearsal, just hanging out, you playing an acoustic, us playing big shows, every single time you say the lyric, if you're still dressing up, it could never be me. Talking about, someone getting a job and giving up on their dreams. Every time you say that lyric, I say it under my breath, and I just go, "You're damn right." You're
Dude,
damn
I am
right.
damn right.
Every time.
Yeah.
And that lyric just means the world to me.
Yeah, Jamie, what is the lyric? If you're still dressing up, there it is. I could never be you. Thank you, Jamie.
Oh my God.
No, dude, I know.
I'm tired.
When you hear the line previous, because I do the same thing. When you hear the line previous, you know it's you. But if you don't hear the line previous, you think it's me.
I just blew this special moment between me and Ben.
No, you didn't. No, it means so much.
If you're still dressing up,
I could never be you. See, it actually.
I'm done.
Alone,
That's it.
Standing alone, that line is actually kind of awkward. I could never be you. But it worked. We were dressing up all our lives. It seemed like the right thing to do. But if you're still dressing up, I could never be you. Yeah. So I think that's pretty great. So with that, I think it's about time to start this song.
Should we get these old
I think we should get these guitars out and let's do it. So this is usually how it works over here in Nashville, guys. You have a little talk with your buddy. You figure out how their day is going. If you never met before, you talk about kind of the things you love in music, and then you just write a song. But you're going to see how we do it here. Everyone's got their own thing. Trying to think topics. How do you usually do it? Do you get your big idea first or no? Never.
Just start writing now.
So me and Miles are opposite songwriters here. This also would probably be the first time we'll finish a song. Or finish an actual section.
We can write some lyrics.
Yeah. No, but we can just get these lines. Yeah, we can just go line by line, dude. Just vibe it out. You like how the chords are sitting?
Yeah.
And I
Let's start with the verse.
That seemed like a verse to me.
See, that sounds like
a chorus. Dude, whenever I give out my verse, people think it's a chorus. I wrote with this guy Ross Grebe, and he told me that Morgan Wallen's songs, every section sounds like a hook. I feel like that's a great way to write songs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why should the verse not be catchy?
Yeah, let's write the first thing that pops in your head.
Oh, it's my worst thing, dude. Wanna be enough, and I wanna be enough,
Just keep
saying. Go.
Well, I wanna be enough for someone who loves little stuff, like while the flowers bloom, like while the flowers bloom, when the sun and the light enters the room. What if we went to D then?
Yeah.
I kind of like, we have to rewrite it, but, well, I want to be enough for someone who loves the little stuff, like
yeah,
while
so
the flowers bloom, and when the sunlight enters the room.
Yeah, dude.
Something.
That's so good. I want to be enough for someone who likes little stuff, guys. Beautiful. All right. Can I see if I can?
Edit.
I don't want to touch it. I think instead of sunlight enters the room, we should do ABAB.
Yeah.
Or AABA.
While the flowers
Bloom is something above something.
While the flowers bloom. And while people fall in love.
Yeah, let's keep that as a placeholder. I don't know if I love that. Yeah. Like while the flowers bloom and I think it should be, let's not do the love. Let's not go away from flowers bloom. I think and why the flowers bloom and tree bark is rough, maybe. No.
See, I kind of like a hard rhyme.
And asphalt is rough. But that's for enough and stuff.
Something about June. So
No, we're not doing AABB, dude.
All right.
Imagine you're gonna hear
All right,
it. When we get this rhyme, you're gonna hear it. I wanna be enough for someone who loves little stuff like wildflowers blooming, something of.
Oh, you're right.
Right?
You're absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right. That's how it's done. But like why the flowers blue and asphalt is so rough. Like that's kind of crazy.
Like why the flowers bloom.
Or the pavement is rough. Or maybe
and
we
the
could go away
rocks,
from
they
rough.
get so rough.
And the rocks get so rough. Yeah, I like that. Like wildflowers blooming while the rocks they get so
That's
rough.
killer. That's it.
Yeah.
Write that shit down. Write that stuff down.
And while it's fine, we're gonna curse. Sorry, Clark. So listen, Mr. Clark Buckner. Listen, this is a project for school, but this is a podcast. This is a real life podcast, and we're writing a real life song. Like why the flowers bloom, why the rocks. Oh no, what was it? And why the rocks.
And the rocks they get so rough.
They get so rough.
Why the flowers bloom,
why the rocks
they get so rough.
Yeah. Or maybe in why rocky water is rough.
I like why the rocks.
Okay, yeah, let's keep it. Because I think the whole thing could be about how maybe you need to work on yourself,
Yeah.
right? Because it's like, sure, this is little stuff, but the world is so beautiful, right? But I need to have little stuff that's good about me, but I need to be as beautiful as the world.
Yeah.
Type shit.
I love
Right?
it. And for the pre-chorus, I think it'd be cool. So yeah, let's sing what we got so far.
Yeah. Well, I wanna be enough for someone who loves little stuff like while the flowers bloom and while the rocks they get so rough.
This.
Yeah, I love that. Oh yeah, that's perfect.
And then right into a chorus.
Yeah, that E minor is
Yeah,
chorus.
so-
Yeah.
But you're so sweet.
Yeah.
I'd like to be the one. You're so sweet, and I'd like to be the one.
Let's get a little less
Yeah,
broad
little
than
less.
that. A little less broad. I like you're so sweet. And why can't we could be? You're so sweet, and I could be just like the something. Like I could be just like the sunset in the something. No, I think chorus. I think that's lead up to the chorus.
Yeah.
Just 2 line.
Go straight.
You're so sweet, sweet. And I could be just like the one that made my heart, and then I fade around and done. And if
Let's
I
go.
be love, and be wrong, and if I don't. Dude, what do you think of that? Using that pre-chorus as like a launch
I love it.
pad?
I love it.
Okay.
That's perfect.
I could be just like the water, just be just like the water running, 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 running. Dude, I feel like this makes it easier to write.
Oh, I
Like
know.
it adds urgency to it.
I love it.
Yeah.
We should always do.
We're gonna do this. This is sick. This is sick. This is a sick podcast. And y'all don't even know. Like,
So
I'm
sing what we
thinking
got.
water or something, but so sweet. And I could be just like water rushing over. Maybe water rushing, overflowing.
Water rushing over all the raining. Water rushing over all. The stones that threw you, the stones that broke your heart, and I think
Yeah.
the water rushing over all
the
the stones,
that broke your heart.
stones that broke your heart, and I could build, find a way. To
We gotta get this
piece it.
mic closer to you. This is an important part. Just move this. Yeah.
So I wanna be the one for you. I wanna be
wanna be the sun and
the
moon,
rush
this
that
is it.
you let through.
Something
I
about
want to
the
be the
moon.
rush that you let through.
I want to be the rush that you let through.
Is kind of cool because we're
Wanna
talking
be
about.
the water rush.
Yeah. Oh no! Did we already say rush? I want to be the love that passes through you. I don't know. I want to be the.
I think I want to be the river. I want to be the love river. I don't know. River, waterfall. I want to be the one for you.
I want to be the one for you. You just
You
repeat it.
think?
I don't know.
That's what I think. If we extend the chorus, we could do that.
You.
Because I think we got to say more in the chorus.
What do I do? What do I do?
I think the last line should tie it back to like something about a little thing. Water rushing. Oh, you know what? All the stones you broke your heart into. We got the same verse and chorus melody.
Really?
Yeah. So maybe water rushing over all the stones that broke.
Stones.
Yeah.
Stones. Water rushing over all stones.
Stones that broke your heart into.
That's nice. Stones that broke your heart into. I wanna be the one for you. What can I do?
Yeah. Like, what can I do? I unplugged. Miles unplugged. What happened? Text? Oh, check my text. The engineer got a message. We've got a message from Jamie. Let's see what he says. Tag, flowers through the cracks still bloom. That's what he said.
Love it. Let's
That's
try
a
it.
line. Well, we can at least have it in the verse. Oh, but what can I wanna be the one for you. Flowers through the cracks still bloom.
That's it. That's
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Oh, Evan with the line! Let's go! Dude, Evan just got 33%. God damn, dude.
damn
He just
it.
lost a third.
Damn it!
God damn it. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, that's a great line. Rocks, they get so rough.
I kind of like
You're
the
so
idea.
sweet.
I've never had roses that have lived for 2 days, or like I've never had flowers that have like lived.
I've never bought a rose that's lived forever. Maybe.
Yeah, and every time I try is cool.
I've never bought a rose that lives forever. Every time it grows, it falls into the something. Oh, you know? So we can be like, I've never bought a rose that lives forever. Every time it grows, it falls back down to something. Or is that too heady?
No, but I'd be willing to get real weird.
Okay.
Falls into the valley.
It grows, it falls into the valley.
It falls into the valley where. Hold on. Falls into the valley where. And what's the rhyme got to be?
Oh.
It falls into the valley where the lonely people go.
I love that. I love that. Oh my God. I can't believe we're recording this. This is crazy. Into, I wanna be the one for you. What can I do? Hoping flowers through the cracks still bloom.
I'm hoping
flowers through the cracks still bloom. I think that might work.
Yeah, that's killer. I like not having the hook on them. I love not having the hook on them.
Fourth line. Yeah, me too. Well, I've never bought a rose that lives forever. Every time it grows, it falls into the valley where lonely people go. You're so sweet. Yo, this is what we gotta do. We gotta add 4 more lines to the first verse, I think. I think it goes long verse, short verse.
Really?
Yeah, dude. We need a little more, and I think we can say what we need in this verse.
Yeah.
Because I think we can add on to this idea in the next 8 minutes. I think we can add on to the idea of I've never bought a rose. Like, maybe that, like, you're a little messed up. Because this is, I want to be enough for someone who likes little stuff and why the flowers bloom and why the rocks, they get so rough. More. I might not be enough. Something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I
I
think,
really am digging this. Like a lot.
this is a great song.
Yeah.
I can't believe this is happening.
And I love the weirder chords.
Yeah. Alright. So maybe I'll never be the stars, never be the moon, but something I wanna be the moon now.
I wanna be a mountain where
Wanna be a mountain where something fountain.
the snow just come and goes.
Oh, I would go
No
ABA.
cracks inside and I just shiver to my bones. I wanna be a mountain where kids they come and play.
And if we go back to the G, I think it's better to have that tension on the C. I was thinking about going back to the G. But to have that tension from the C to the E minor, I think it's better. Versus
Absolutely right.
Right? There's more tension.
Absolutely right.
Yeah. Be a mountain where snow. I like kids come and play. But I like where the snowfall comes.
Be a mountain
Where the snowfall comes. Cracks in the side walls and big round and a go.
Well, let's just for time's sake. Let's record what we got.
I know, but let's just get this line. We got this line. Come on. I know we have to go, but let's get this line. Let's forget about snowfall come and go. I think let's do kids come and play. Where the kids all come and play.
And all tears and heartbreaks seem to freeze away, or seem to heartbreaks to ever stay.
Where it's too cold for heartbreaks and the tears that never stay.
It's too cold for tears and heartbreak to ever stay.
I think, yeah, we could do that. Too cold for tears and heartbreaks to ever stay. All right. Got some filler line. Got some filler lines, but
not
we've got
one
the
is filler.
song.
We're using every one.
We're using every line. Here it is.
1, 2, 3.
Well, I wanna be enough for someone who loves little stuff, like while the flowers bloom and while the rocks they get so rough. And I wanna be a mountain where the kids all come and play, where it's too cold for tears and heartbreaks to ever stay. You're so sweet, I could be just like the water rushing over all the stones you broke your heart into. I wanna be the one for you. What can I do? I'm hoping flowers through the cracks still bloom. I've never bought a rose that lives forever. Every time it grows, it falls into the valley where the lonely people go. And you're so sweet, I could be just like the water rushing over all the stones you broke your heart into. I wanna be the one for you. What can I do? And I'm hoping flowers through the cracks still bloom.
That's awesome.
And that was the first episode of We Can Beat That, the songwriting podcast with Benjamin Joseph. Thanks for joining, everybody.
Good night, Nashville.
Yeehaw! Thanks for coming on, Miles.
Thank you for having me, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Benjamin
Love you,
Joseph.
buddy. Let's do it again sometime soon. Nice.